New day, new dhamaka, and new Tadka vision. On our today's episode of Tadka Vision, we have a fan column dedicated to a Star Plus epic show, interview of an extremely beautiful and versatile actress, and a lot more. So, are you guys ready? Well, let's get started. And it is my absolute pleasure to discuss a show which has not only created a history on television, but it is also the second longest running show. Not only that, but this show has always promoted positivity and taught us the value of relationships. And I'm sure by now all of you guys must know which show I'm talking about. Well, it is none other than your favorite and the whole nation's favorite, Ye Rishta Kya Kehlata Hai. The loyal fans of the show have a very strong opinion about the current track. Some are happy with the current track and some are not so happy with it. Well, let's take a look further into what they have to say. According to Pooja, a girl who just got out of an abusive relationship falls in love instantly and wants to marry as soon as possible. Well, we agree, Pooja. The creatives should have focused more on Kriti's career instead of her marriage. After all, marriage is not everything in a girl's life. Being independent is also very important. Sharon says Kyra Vibha had a 3.3 TRPs and the current wedding has only 2.2. The show has lost its slot leader position and is not even in top 5. The wedding sucked a big time and we are waiting for Kyra's track. On the other hand, Quiche Warrior says, happy, we are super happy. Quiche wedding is the grandest wedding of Ye Rishta till date and we want to see more of Quiche romance. Now that is an example of conflicting viewpoints among fans. Some are enjoying the current track and some are not, and which we believe is perfectly fine. But at the same time, the balance among the characters is crucial to the show's survival. Kyra are definitely the heart of the show, but it is also extremely important to give screen space to other characters. After all, the show just does not run on the lead pair. Having said that, we do believe that Quiche wedding has been going on since good 3 to 4 months, and it is high time that they end this track and bring a more refreshing track. We hope the creatives are hearing this and they change the direction of the track before it is too late. Ooh, okay, back to the segment which I love the most, and I'm sure so do you guys. Yes, it is an honor for me to introduce our viewers to a celebrity who is a perfectionist at all kinds of roles. If she has played a role of an emotionally unstable, harassed victim, then she has also played an out and out negative character on screen. And we must say she has done an amazing job and has surprised us with an outstanding performance in all of the roles that she has portrayed. Well, any guesses who I'm talking about? Okay, let's end the suspense. It is none other than your favorite and my favorite, Ridhi Dogra. So first of all, thank you so much for joining me today. It feels great to have you finally. Thanks a lot.
Oh, that's so sweet. You don't have to thank me so many times.
No,
It's my
seriously.
pleasure.
Seriously. Okay, so my very first question to you is tell me something about your journey as an actor. Like you have played so many different types of characters. So what kinds of challenges or hurdles did you personally face while becoming an actor and how did you overcome them?
So it's quite a loaded question. Firstly, uh, I think in the process of becoming an actor, I mean, I would call, I would call the process becoming an actor after I got into the industry, because, before I became an actor, I didn't really want to be one. So I didn't have, I didn't nurture a dream like a lot of actors do, since I was little, or I didn't have any things in my head that, one day I'll be here. I had, I think there were a lot of hints that were, like a lot of thoughts would come to my head. This is probably the first time I'm saying it, but, I remember this one incident very, very clearly in my head. I was in my car, I was still in school, and I was in the car, like, all of us, all the girls are in the car, and one of the big sister of my friend was driving us. And they were all dancing to, like, in the car, we were all singing out loud, and some Dharma production film song, like a big film. I don't know which one it was. I think it was either Bole Chudiyan or something like that. And I remember a thought in my head, and that was, one day I want to be the person who people dance, like I want to be. So that thought was very, very immediate. It was very organic. It was very spontaneous. It was not something that I had been thinking of. It was just, I remember in the car when everybody was, being like that, I was like, what, one day I'm going to be the person who everyone sort of dances to and says, I want to dance like her and I want to do what she's doing.
Act like her, right.
Yeah, and that didn't really mean much to me. Like, I just remember having a very, very strong thought. Like, I sometimes think today that, my God, how did I think of that back then? Because I didn't have any idea of wanting to be an actor or anything like that. So I think, now that I think of that, I feel like, my God, why did I think of something like that back then? So clearly, I did not really nurture any such ideas of wanting to be an actor. It was only after I became an actor that I discovered a lot of things about myself. I discovered that there is a release I experience every time I act. I discovered that it's therapeutic for me, and I also discovered that it's excellent. Acting actually became an excellent tool for me, because when I watch films, all these years actually, when I watch films, when I observe people, I love imitating them.
Right.
I love holding on to, I don't know, good or bad, whatever imitation I do, but I love it, so I would love coming back home and, just be a storyteller for my family, tell them, this is what happened, these two people were doing this and this is how she spoke, and I would love to see people in splits, so, so that was a regular affair. And now it all adds up. Now I feel like, no wonder I've become an actor, because I really enjoy storytelling. I really enjoy paying attention to detail. I really enjoy, as an actor, filling in the blanks. So more than a struggle, I would say it's been a very happy realizations, one after the other, where I'm like, what? Wow, this is all adding up now. So yeah, it's been sort of a self-discovery, I would say.
Now I'm gonna tell you to imitate someone.
What?
I'm gonna tell you to act like someone.
Oh, okay, let's see if I can do it. I don't promise you.
It's gonna come later on. Not now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, cool, fine.
Okay, so who has been the biggest influence in your life?
As an actor or as a person?
Both, or maybe as an actor or as a person.
As a person, my answer is going to be slightly off the hook and philosophical. It'll probably be like, if I was sitting between friends, they would say, "Oh, Ridhi, too deep, too deep, too deep, deep." So my biggest influencer has been life. Like I tell you, like I'm telling you that, I actually am a person who holds on to, the little details. I as a person, I observe a lot, like if two people are having a conversation, random two people, and one person is behaving a certain way with the other and the other is reacting. I don't know the conversation, but I've made up a complete scenario in my head. So I think for me, like, I really pay attention to the way they are talking to each other, the way they're responding to each other. So those things, and they stay with me. Like, I really, I think, I really put it all inside, and then I use it. I use it when I act. So I think life in general has been hugely influential. I feel, all the tough. Every time I've cried, that's influenced me a lot because, like I said, that, for me, it's a huge release to just cry, and I have no shame in saying that I cry when I feel like. And every time I cry, there's been some release there. There's always some change. There's always something that comes out. So, those things really have influenced me from a very early time. And while I was a very little kid, I've always been on my own. I've always been a thinker. I've always, even though I've had a lot of friends and I've had friends since childhood who are my friends still today, but I've always been, on my own. Like, I have my thoughts and I process right and wrong from a very early age. I remember I processed religion versus spiritualism very early in my life. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel it's a gift that I think so much. But sometimes it's a curse also that you think a lot. And as an actor, also someone as a person who's influenced me is Shah Rukh Khan. Hugely influenced by him. More than him as an actor, I think him as the entrepreneur that he is. And, those things have always come out in his interviews, even way back in the 90s, when obviously the exposure was not much and things were not as big as they are today. He did not have a cricket company. He was not the big entrepreneur that he is today. But even back then, the way he used to talk, the way he used to look at life, the way he used to approach things, I didn't have to push myself to say, oh, look at him. I was just probably just naturally attracted to the kind of things he used to say. Like, I used to, there was a voice inside me that would say, I believe in that. I believe in what he's saying. So he's really influenced me as an actor.
And you know what? I honestly think that you're the Shah Rukh Khan of the television, and I sincerely mean it, because the way that he treats people around him so respectfully, and I can get the same vibe from you. So it's amazing. I mean
I feel like jumping. You made me so happy. Oh, that's so sweet of you to say. I'm sure I'm not a patch on him, but that's very, very, very nice to hear.
Okay, so moving on, you know how there's so many shows on television which depict female leads as innocent, honest, someone who can never make a mistake, but you played a really different kind of character in Wo Apna Sa. Someone who was a little negative, gray shade character. So, what do you have to say about that? And most importantly, according to you, why do creatives sketch, like one-dimensional female leads who are always really positive and really nice? Like, is it because
I think it's I know what you're saying. I completely agree with you. Like, I have, even before this, when I played other characters, they were definitely on the same lines. They were positive and all of that. But I always try to keep my characters a bit real, and I chose also the kind of characters which would not be the quintessential good bahu of the family,
right?
So so even before Nisha, I was always doing stuff that was different. I wasn't really ever doing, but I've always felt that what you're saying, I always felt that the positive characters are a bit two-dimensional. It's just black and white for them,
right.
Which is not true. That's not how life is. So when I got Nisha, and when my producer Siddharth Malhotra, when he told me that, we want you to completely, make it real and she's grey. And he told me those were actually whatever you're saying about the character were the very things that my producer told me the character would be. And that's how he has envisioned it. So I just took those, I took those were my key points. And I said, come on now, let's build the character around this. And then I made sure that everything that she did, then it was my job. It was as an actor, then it was my stage to add value to it, and the level of value I add to it is totally up to me. So I made sure that at every stage and at every line that the girl spoke, every look that she gave, I kept her real. Good or bad is for you to decide. Good or bad is for the scene, the way the scene pans out. And the way, I felt sometimes Nisha was funny also. And I thought, that when she was with her kids, she was, indulging. And when she was with her husband, she was trying to be romantic. So there were other aspects to her, which I really, really tried to infuse in the character. And that was totally my job. Like I could have probably played it like it was on paper, and it was pretty straightforward. But I made sure that I added layers to that as well.
Right.
So it was a conscious decision. I wanted it to be real, and I was very happy there was a flawed character, because when a character is flawed, it's easier to make them look real.
Absolutely. And I think even your previous show, I think it was Maryada, where you played a very different kind of character, someone who was very emotionally unstable, but then became a strong individual as the time passed. I think it was
Right.
amazing. One more performance of yours, like, completely love. It was amazing. Okay, so...
Oh, thank you.
No problem. So what is next? What kind of character would you like to portray? Like, is there a dream role that you have?
No, yeah. So I don't believe in dream roles. I just believe in challenges, and I believe in taking personal challenges actually more than dream roles. I'm not. The world is such now that everything has come so close. So there's no, it'll be stupid for me to fight any kind of race with anyone. I'm just having fun while I, sort of go on my own chase and figure out what I want to do and what I want to get out of all the opportunities that come my way as an actor. And so I'm just looking at anything challenging. That's all. Even when Wo Apna Sa came my way, or the previous show that was Savitri or Maryada, it's true in television, you don't really get to pick and choose. Like, it's not like you have 10 options and then you're like, aap bataiye, aapko kaun sa lena hai? Aise nahi hota hai. You don't have, like, maybe you do get options, but you don't get options at the same time, Like, you'll get an option now, and then you'll probably get some other character 3 weeks later. So you can't really wait and say, I will take my time. But what I've always wanted to do is I've wanted to play characters which scare me and which push me to do something new. Because then automatically my acting will not be, stereotypical and monotonous, and, it'll not be the same, because I'm playing a different character. So I firstly look at that. I look at, playing different characters than what I played last time. So I don't know what I'm going to play next, but it'll definitely be something that challenges me.
More challenging.
That I know.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me something that is true that nobody agrees on, basically. Like something that is true about you, but people don't, easily believe that it's true.
Oh, okay. Yeah, something about me which is true. Okay. I think people don't really... people think I'm very strong. Like, people think I'm a very strong girl. And I'm actually an extremely sensitive person. I can cry at the drop of a hat. I'm extremely empathetic. I won't call myself sympathetic, but I'm extremely empathetic. I feel everyone's pain. And yeah, so that's one thing people don't normally, people tend to think, oh, she's a snob. Oh, she's, she keeps to herself and she's very strong. She's sorted, she doesn't need any taking care of. But I'm actually just the opposite.
Okay, so if a movie was made of your life, what genre would it be and who would play you?
Oh my god. If a movie was, what genre?
Yeah.
Okay. I think the genre would definitely be probably a coming of age kind of a film, because that's how my life has been. Even now, I don't ever think, this is me. I keep changing, and I think all of us keep changing.
Right.
It's just about accepting that we change or we don't. Like a lot of people say, "नहीं, मैं तो ऐसे ही हूँ, मैं तो हमेशा से ऐसे ही हूँ." I beg to differ on that. I feel like no, I've changed, and I like the person I am today. And like a lot of people say, I want to go back to college, and I want to, kya din the? And I'm like, no, that's done. I'm very happy with change. I want to keep going forward. This is so exciting, as I'm growing up. So definitely the genre of my film would be coming of age, because I'm constantly coming of age. and who would play me? Who would play me? Priyanka Chopra.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
That is a great choice. Completely agree with you.
Yeah. Tall order, never going to happen even in my wildest dreams, but why not?
Completely agree. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how well can you sing?
How well can I?
Sing. Like sing a song.
Sing?
Yes.
I would say on a good day, I would give myself 6, above average. But regularly, like a 1. I'm so bad. I'm terrible.
Okay.
But on a good day, I can be good. Like I know of my singer friends like, Chang and Rakesh sings really well. So there are days when they say, "Arey, tujh mein hai yaar, tere, you know rhythm, tujhe surtal ka pata hai," they say that. So I'm like, "Arey, really?" And yeah, so on a good day, I would give myself a 6.
So why don't you sing for us?
No. I'm also walking. I don't think it's a good idea. I'll be huffing and puffing, but maybe I'll sing for you at the end of the interview.
Okay, great. Okay. So now we have this round is over. Now we have a general knowledge round. So we're gonna see how well is your GK, and I'm sure it must be great. So no.
Oh my God! Don't put pressure on me.
Okay, it's just true and false. Okay, true or false? Birds are dinosaurs.
What? Can I just go really, birds are dinosaurs? No, I don't think they are dinosaurs. That's not true.
Okay. It's okay.
It's okay? What is the correct answer? You have to tell me.
It's true.
Birds are dinosaurs?
I mean, I think the mini, I read this while I was browsing, and it was like birds are like mini forms of dinosaurs, and I was like, okay, even I did not know.
What? That's scary.
Okay. Okay, true or false? Oxford University has been around longer than Aztec Empire.
Longer than? Which empire?
It's Aztec Empire.
Oh. I would say true.
You're right. High five.
Yes!
Okay, next. True or false? The darker the coffee beans are, the less caffeine it contains.
The darker the coffee, the less caffeine.
Yeah, basically.
No, that's not true. That's false.
Oh, that is true.
What? Because
Yeah.
I have black coffee. So what does that mean?
I mean, see, I have heard that black coffee is actually good for your health. It's like there are many people who say that it's not, but from what I have read, I mean that's what I have realized, that it is actually good for your health as long as you're not like addicted to it.
But how is it? How is it that the darker the coffee, the caffeine is lesser? It would be more, right?
I mean, it's basically the color. So if the color is dark, then it is like it contains less caffeine. I read it somewhere.
I would like to do some research on that.
You should.
Okay.
Okay, so that was your general knowledge round, and I must say it was quite good. Not bad.
Yeah, you're being sweet.
Okay, moving on to a rapid fire round. Now this is fun. I wish I had like some kind of hamper for you. But maybe
Aw, that's fine.
Okay, so are you ready? You have like around 30 seconds to answer these questions.
Okay, come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite actor or actress?
Only if your voice goes away in between and I can't hear something, then sorry, but you'll have to tell me again. Okay.
Okay. Favorite actor or actress?
Shah Rukh Khan, Madhuri Dixit, Meryl Streep, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Favorite co-star?
Rakesh.
Yeah, I knew the answer. Favorite show?
Favorite show? Friends.
Favorite movie? Favorite movie?
I can't hear you. Hello?
Favorite movie?
Hello?
Favorite film?
Hello? I can't hear you. What?
I said favorite movie? Favorite Bollywood
Favorite
movie?
film?
Yes.
Bollywood.
Or Hollywood?
Bollywood or Hollywood? Hollywood would be Grease. I love that film. Grease is my favorite Hollywood film. The one with John Travolta and Olivia Newton. And favorite Bollywood film? Oh, there are too many. I think DDLJ. Easily. Like I can watch that film any number of times. So probably DDLJ. Has to be that film.
Okay. Your 3 a.m. buddy?
My 3M buddy, Asha. Asha and Rakesh actually. Because Rakesh is always up. He's never sleeping. Like, he's forever up in the night. So, definitely him. Like, number one is him. But because he's in my house, so I would say Asha. Because she's also a night bird like us.
Okay. Your guilty pleasure?
Chocolates. Always and forever. And nothing else. Just chocolates.
Okay. Brains or beauty?
What? I can't hear you. What?
I said, what do you prefer, brains or beauty?
Brains. Any day. I would prefer brains.
Okay. Fame or money?
Fame or money? I think I would say money, because if you have money, you can be famous. But if you're famous, chances are you will make money. So,
Right.
you know.
It works
Yeah.
both ways, right? Okay.
I mean, you could be famous in your college. You'll still have some perks, which equals to money, right? So, yeah, in that sense, I would say money.
Okay. Dancing or singing?
Dancing any day, any time.
Okay. Enacting which scenes comes naturally to you? Emotional, comic, or romantic?
Emotional. They come really, really naturally to me. I'm telling you, I'm a crybaby. I'm so sensitive. I am so empathetic. There are times when I feel for my character so much that I cry for my characters. Like, I'm not crying in this scene. I'm just crying for them. Like, I can't tell you how how sensitive I was towards Nisha. You know, like I know she's a bad person and everything that she was doing was wrong and everything, but I just constantly would think in my head, you know, I feel bad for this girl because there's no one to put her right. She is wrong, but imagine someone living a life like that. Like no one can put her straight. She'll never know that her life can be beautiful. Her life is already beautiful, and that she just needs to change the way she thinks. And there's no one who can give her that kind of hope and that kind of positivity. And I used to feel so bad for her. I used to shoot. I used to really, really feel bad for her.
Right. Agree. Okay. So there. Well, I'm gonna. Can you dedicate a song for your fans and for me? I'm your huge fan.
What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that properly. What did you say?
I said, can you dedicate a song for all your fans out there? Or is there, like, you don't have to sing, but just like a song that you would like to dedicate to all your fans?
Okay. I think there's this song which I really associate with, and I really think my fans and the people who love me and the people who I love, it really connects with them. I listen to that song every time I'm in a happy mood, or when it's my birthday. I love listening to that song, and that's What a Wonderful World.
Oh, nice choice.
I love that song. I love it. Just listen to that song after you hang up. I'm sure it'll light up you. You will just have a smile on your face. It's such a beautiful song.
I'm gonna listen to
and
it
and
I'll message you.
Must listen to it. And I would tell in fact, I want to tell all my fans that if you ever want to remember me, if you ever want to think how I feel for you, and if you ever want to, just probably feel, just the same happiness that I feel, just listen to that song. Because I truly believe that, we're all made of love, and that's all we need to give each other, and that's all we need to take from each other. I mean, yes, we are, there are so many other things, and there are so many things that bother us and all of that, but at the end of the day, it's only about love.
Right, completely agree with you, and I'm gonna listen to that song for sure. Okay.
Yes, you must.
Okay, moving on. Can you mimic someone that you know or your favorite actor? I really wanna hear, like, please.
So I'll mimic someone. You tell me, okay, if you think it is someone I've mimicked.
Okay.
Let's see if I'm good at it or not.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not even going to tell you who I'm going to mimic. So
okay, just start.
You tell me yourself.
Okay.
आपका इंटरव्यू आया, बहुत अच्छा लगा. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस चैट करके. ऐसा लग रहा है कि मैं अपने ही किसी दोस्त से, किसी सहेली से बात कर रही हूँ. थैंक यू वेरी मच. आपने मुझे याद किया और आपने मुझे कॉल किया.
That is Sridevi, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're so amazing. Wow. That was great. It was like I'm literally talking to Sridevi. Like, that was amazing.
Good fun. and I also do like attempt a Kareena, which a lot of my friends think I do really well, but I don't think so. I feel I'm really stuck with just one way. I just say this one dialogue that she says, and everyone's like, "Oh, do Kareena, you do Kareena."
You should do Kareena. Do it.
Okay, come on, let's do Kareena. I mean, क्या है ना यार, कभी नहीं सोचा था रतलाम की गलियों में घूमूंगी. ये घर, ये सड़कें ट्रेन से देखा करती थी, और आज मैं इन सबके बीच में हूँ. My God,
that is so good. Oh my God, here I'm clapping for you.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Okay, that was amazing. Okay.
Yeah, just.
So that is the end of our rapid fire round. It was amazing, like the best rapid fire that I've ever done with an actor. Okay, Now your lovely fans have few questions for you. Just two questions.
Okay. Okay.
Sadhana wants to know when you and Rakesh will come together for a show.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we can come together for some, like a dance thing, but a full-fledged show. I'm not so sure because it needs to be a great character for him and for me, and it needs to be a good setup. So there are so many things that go with it. I wish it happens, but it's only a wish.
I hope so too. Okay. Varsha wants to know what is your favorite novel and who is your favorite author?
Okay, so I don't have a favorite author. I would say that I love Paulo Coelho. He's influenced me a lot. His book, The Alchemist, was actually the first book I ever read. And, like a proper book I ever read. And it really changed a lot of things for me. It really changed the path of my life. So, yes, I'm hugely, I would say him easily, although I don't read him that much now. Now I just pick up whatever comes to my fancy. I read, anything that's going with my state of mind. So these days I'm reading a lot of Dr. Brian Weiss. I'm reading all his books.
Wow.
And yeah, I'm loving them. And there's this book which I remember I had read long back, and it stayed with me. Like it stayed with me for a really, really long time. It's called A Glass Castle by Janet Walls. I love that movie. I love that book, and it moved me to tears when I had finished that book. And it's a really special book for me.
Okay.
It's a story about a daughter and how she's lived in her family, and her father had a dream of building a glass castle, and all through their childhood they had just been like hippies. They were living out of caravans, and and just it's beautiful.
So it's like relationship between the daughter and father, right?
The father passes away, and how the daughter keeps living with his ideologies and what she makes of what he was all about. And I wish I could tell you properly, but I'm just picking out. Yeah, you should try catching it. It's a really, really good book. Again, it's so emotional, that book. I think I always move towards that,
So it's like you like more emotional kinds of books, like.
Yeah, it's really, I actually laugh about it now. I feel like, so these days I'm attending, like today was the first day of a film festival happening in Bombay, and I always attend it. Like every year I'm there from morning to night for like 8-10 days, and I watch all the films. Today I watched about 5 films. Tomorrow I have plans to watch another 5 films from all across the world. So today we saw a film in which there were these group of people, and one of the characters was really philosophical. Like there was some sort of a chaos in the film, in a room, and this one person is really philosophical about everything. So I was telling Asha, she was with me, and I was like, my God, I think I'm going to grow old like this. I'm going to be this person. I'm going to be the person everyone tells, shut up, just shut up. So yeah, I tend to get a little deep about very, very small things. But yeah, that's just me. But I'm okay to laugh at myself also. So I think I'm a good balance between emo and comedy.
Yes, definitely. And honestly, I just want to tell you that this has been the best interview that I have ever done. So thank you so much for being such a great darling. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for calling me.
Do you guys know the side effect of watching an epic, long-running Indian television show? No? It's okay. Let me tell you guys about this. While watching shows, my mom is like, मैं चाहती हूँ कि मेरी बेटी महक जैसा खाना बनाए, इशिता की तरह एकदम परफेक्शनिस्ट हो और संध्या की तरह हमेशा अव्वल नंबर से पास हो. And I'm like, oh mom, I'm a simple human being, not a superwoman. Oh my lord, our television shows and their Mahan female leads. They can do every possible thing. That's solutions to all the problems which exist in our universe. They can never make any mistake. And you know the best part? They have the power to make a shaitan and insan. But why? The question is why showmakers cannot think beyond one-dimensional, positive, saint, perfectionist female leads. In the name of nice soch, shouldn't the channels and producers should promote a flawed female lead who can go late night and party, who can slap someone if he or she misbehaves with her, who have the backbone to stand up for herself. But our female leads have no self-respect and backbone, and it is quite sad that television portrays girls in this light, and no matter how much we say is that television is just a fiction, which it is indeed, but it still impacts us in our lives every day. We do learn and pick up things from television, but then who should we blame? The makers? I mean, yes, to an extent, because they are the ones who are behind these ideas, but let's face it, they are here to make money and they will make whatever the viewers will accept. But I think somewhere the problem also lies on our taste. Well, I want you guys to think about this, and we would love to hear your feedback. So please do leave your feedback on our comment section below. Thank you. Who does not love to hear fun facts about their favorite celebrity? I am sure everyone does, right? So here we bring you fun facts about your favorite and extremely popular Karan Mehra. Karan loves football. So if you ever meet Karan in future, do discuss about football because he has loads of information about it and it is his passion. Also, Karan is a cleanliness freak and also a great helping hand in the house, a hands-on father to his son. So he is a complete family man, very responsible professionally as well as personally. So here are some interesting facts about your favorite Karan Mehra. If you have any comments, do drop your comments on our comment section below. Okay, back with a talent recognition segment. This week we have a VM maker who is an expert when it comes to making collabs. She is extremely passionate and driven VM maker, and her passion reflects very well into her work. Her name is Ruxar, and Ruxar has 1.9k subscribers on her YouTube channel, but we think that she deserves a lot more for the kind of work that she's doing. One VM of Ruxar which instantly grabbed our attention was Lagja Gale from the movie Bhumi. On Shivaya Nika, Karan Preeta, Shravan Suman, Adhar Vividha, and Zain Alia. Ruxar does a complete justice to these pairs by matching each scene with the right lyric. Her coloring makes the VM even more appealing to the eyes. So please do go and subscribe to her channel because she clearly deserves a lot more subscribers and a lot of love for the awesome work that she's doing. The link to her channel will be on our bio, so subscribe, and subscribe. And here, ending our episode with a very special quotation. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world, by Nelson Mandela. We completely agree that education has the power to change any and everything. Hence, always believe in the power of education and never misuse it. Thank you so much for all the love that you guys have showered upon us. We hope to not disappoint you, and our goal will be to keep on improving. Thank you and lots of love.